Hi, my name is Leslie Hastings, and welcome to video number 10 in the Law of Attraction for Weight Loss series. In this video, I'm going to talk about exercise, everybody's favorite topic. Now, I have some kind of different thoughts on exercise than a lot of personal trainers and weight loss coaches. My theory is you need to exercise however much you want. All right, as I told you up front, this is a process that can be done in bed. Now, first of all, let's talk about the body. The body is designed to move. So when I move around, I feel better. Now, do you need to do strenuous exercise to have this process work for you? No. Do you probably harbor some beliefs that you need to exercise to lose weight? Yeah, you probably do, because we've been programmed for years to believe this. Watch that show, The Biggest Loser. Those poor people are exercising till they drop. And I just wonder how many of them are going to be able to keep that up. It is a pretty well-known fact that you have to exercise for a really long time just to offset that candy bar you just ate. Okay? Exercise as a weight loss tool in and of itself isn't very effective. Unless you're somebody where exercise is your life, then you're burning off so many calories that it just doesn't matter. Okay, marathon runners, triathletes, all, those kinds of people, great, excellent, super. For the rest of us, exercise can be a chore. And if you're like me, maybe you don't love going to the gym. Okay, I'm not a big proponent of exercising for the pure sake of exercising. I like to actually do things. I like to take a walk. I like to dance. I like to, play tennis or trim the bushes or, things that involve some activity other than just walking on a treadmill. For me, treadmill time is really long, and I'm always counting the minutes until I'm done. And the problem with that is that I'm getting resistance in my vibration because I really don't want to be doing what I'm doing. So my approach to exercise is do what feels good. Do what feels natural. Do what's easy for you. Do what's fun for you. And this can be anything from running a marathon to dancing around your living room naked with the vacuum cleaner. It just doesn't matter. What I have found is that when I move around, I feel better. I just feel better, So I make sure I get a little bit of exercise every day just so rigor mortis doesn't set in. The body is designed to move. Now, if you've gotten to the point where you're so obese that you can't get out of bed, that's okay, okay? You are where you are. And there are a couple of things you can do. If you're at that point, grab a couple of soup cans. If you want to move around a little, move your arms around a little, move your legs around a little, you can do it that way. You can also do mental exercises. All the big athletes do this. They not only go out on the court and practice the free throws physically, but in their off time, they actually practice free throws in their heads. And I've done this. In fact, I was in a competition one time. Our office was against a bunch of other offices in different sports. And one of the sports was shooting baskets. Now, I haven't played basketball since I was in high school. And I didn't go out and practice this. But what I did was I sat and I mentally shot baskets in my head. And when it was my turn at this tournament, I actually did fairly well for somebody who hasn't picked up a basketball in 25 years. So, the mind does not know the difference between what you're actually doing and what you're thinking about doing. So you can actually do some mental exercises. My whole philosophy on exercise is just move around. Just get the rigor mortis out. Choose things that you like. Because if you have to force yourself to exercise, you are putting resistance in your vibration and you are actually working against yourself. So do things that are fun. Teach your kids to dance, swim, play tennis, go for a walk. A walk is a wonderful thing. And, sometimes you don't feel like going for a walk. But again, this is not I should go for a walk. This is I could go for a walk. Again, two choices. Whether you do or whether you don't, you're right both times. And as I told you before, the more you start liking yourself and the more you take the resistance out of the choice, the more apt you will be to choose things naturally that are good for you. I could go for a walk, so I think I will. And you go for a walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk. If you can only make it to the end of your driveway and back, fine. That's more than you got yesterday, right? Pat yourself on the back. And exercise is something that, you have to kind of build up just like anything else. And just do a little more and a little more and a little more. I'm not a proponent of going out and trying to kill yourself. I did that for years. And the problem is I couldn't keep it up. I didn't like it enough. So I just every day honor my body enough to move it around enough where I feel good. All right, here's a little scientific fact about exercise that I didn't know until I watched a show called Weight of the Nation, which was an HBO special about the obesity in America. When we exercise, okay, we actually start producing different chemicals in the brain. Maybe you've heard about runner's high, produces endorphins or whatever they are. But the thing that's interesting about that is that they are the same chemicals that are produced in the brain when you eat junk food. So a lot of times when you eat junk food, you can kind of get that kind of high feeling. And I think especially when you eat a lot of processed stuff, exercise can produce those same feelings in your body. They're the feel-good feelings, the feel-good chemicals that run through our bodies. So maybe that's another reason that, you could consider perhaps maybe moving around a little bit, because if that's the feeling you're getting, you're after when you're eating, you can actually get that through moving around a little bit. Now, what I don't know is how much exercise you have to do to produce those chemicals, but I will tell you that it doesn't take a lot of exercise for me to feel better. I mean, I can start it out in the morning, and let's say I wake up and I'm not in a very good mood, okay? There's something bothering me. I'm worried about something. I take a walk, and I walk my dogs every morning. By the time I'm back, and I don't go that far, I only go about a mile, I feel better. I just feel better. And I haven't tried to feel better on purpose. All I've done is move and breathe, and I'm outside. And for some reason, it just has kind of a calming, magical effect where I'm in a much better place to start my day. So, take baby steps in this. If you're not a big exercise fan, just take baby steps and realize that the body feels better when it moves around because that's what it's designed to do. And if you can help it out a little bit, it will reward you in ways that you can't imagine. And you will start to look better and you will start to feel better than you have in a million years. All right, a couple final thoughts. Obviously, exercise is never a bad thing. And, just obviously do what makes you feel good. What I will tell you is that whether you exercise or not, no amount of exercise in the world will overcome negative thinking. So one of the things that you might want to do if you decide to take a walk is take your list of 99 with you and spend that time while you're out there telling yourself how wonderful you are, patting yourself on the back for what you're doing, being grateful that you have legs that move and eyes that see and ears that hear, and you can take in the beautiful sounds and you can smell the flowers or the lemon trees, or you can look at the mountains, or you can see the water. Be grateful that your body moves at all. There are a lot of people who have handicapped bodies who would kill to be in our positions. And we forget this again. We forget how fortunate we are to have a relatively healthy body, overweight or not, that will still do what we ask it to do. So again, thank your body for hanging in with you through all of this. Say nice things to it. Say, I'm going to take better care of you. Thank you so much for a heart that still pumps and lungs that still move, and for giving me the opportunity to be out here in the world once again. And your body will be so happy that you're making friends with it, because it so wants to be your friend that it will perform in miraculous ways.